Welcome to Rock DIY or Do It You. If you do it, then it's all you.
We are the very last house at the end of this road. So when delivery trucks come, they don't really have anywhere to turn around once they get here. So although this has changed, before this used to just be a slope of gravel that went directly into the grass area. So in order to help fix the problem, decided to put in a retaining wall in order to elevate the ground to make it easier for delivery trucks to turn around to get out. The retaining wall is built with 6x6 ground contact wood. Although you can't tell in the picture, all of these boards have rebar driven through them in order to keep them in place. Well, mainly referring to these ones right here, the other one on the other side. As far as the rest of the retaining wall, the upright posts that you can see along here are all 24 inches in the ground with concrete. The boards, the uprights, and the boards that are going horizontally are all secured with 8-inch lag bolts and washers. Some of these boards are actually boards that came from an old cabin on the property for an old deck. So along with having to buy some ground contact wood, most of the retaining wall was basically repurposed old cabin deck wood. Though it's difficult to see in this picture, there's actually a perforated drainage pipe that goes up underneath the wall and then along the inside of the wall and runs the entire length of the wall, and then also comes back out on the other side, which allows all the water that comes down the gravel driveway to drain away from the wall. Can't see it in this picture at all, but right here directly in the center right here is a T-bar that's basically dug out and sitting in the dirt and compacted. The T-bar helps reinforce the retaining wall. One of the issues that I had prior to building this retaining wall was because it wasn't built up. The ground was so sloped that whenever a delivery truck delivered something and had to turn around, they would actually drive down into the grass area, and then because it's so steep, they would peel out, tear up the ground, tear up the grass, and then the gravel itself, the gravel was there prior to the retaining wall, the gravel would end up all over the grass, and then when I mowed the grass, I would basically tear up a bunch of rocks, resulting in my lawnmower getting tore up. Besides the retaining wall helping keep the gravel and the grass separated, I also had to add these metal borders that you can barely see, but they are about 4 inches tall and are staked in. This has really helped keep the rocks and the grass separate. After I did all this work, I put this sign in because apparently not having the sign led to delivery trucks just driving all over everything, including the metal border, the grass. So I put the sign in. The sign so that it's removable. Basically at the bottom is a PVC pipe in the ground that allows me to put in and remove this sign so that if I need to move it or I need to mow the grass, I just take the sign out, mow, and then put it back. Not less than a week after finishing this project, putting in the retaining wall, additional gravel, putting in the borders, putting in sod, and including the sign that's posted, I had a truck with a tar trailer for completing asphalt driveways back into my yard, but they removed the sign, drove across the sod, smashed the border, and then parked the back end of the tar trailer on top of the retaining wall. Even though I already fixed the damage, the entire top portion of the center of this retaining wall had some gashes in it. But the good thing is that I know all the prior work that I did actually help prevent the wall from actually falling or getting knocked over, because the trailer actually hit the retaining wall pretty hard before it skipped over the top of it. All in all, this was a great project. The gravel doesn't get all over the grass anymore. There's less erosion. The grass below the retainer wall is filled in, and ultimately vehicles can turn around easier without tearing up our property. Thanks for watching my video. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully the video was useful in your plans for a future DIY project. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.